Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. Hey everybody, Ralph Havens here, autoimmuneanswers.com. And I'm outside on our back deck. Autoimmuneanswers.com. Let me just turn this off here. Everybody, so it's ready to roll. Okay, so welcome. And today's session, I'm actually doing out on the side porch. I'll show you guys around. Our neighbor actually did our deck railing a while back. It's really nice, huh? That's the garage we used to live in. This is actually where we slept for a year in our tent out here when Jen was fixing up our house so we could live in it again. Right by trails. I'll probably run on those trails later today out by Mount Baker. And today, as I was doing my morning meditation and my matrix energetics and the peace process and all the stuff that I do, setting the day up for ourselves and for our world, for you guys, for everybody. Yesterday Ben and I watched The Men in Black. We almost got to the very end of the movie, but I've seen it, of course, numerous times. And it's a really cool movie. I liked it. And so today for your session, we're going to use something from that movie, because in the movie, Tommy Lee Jones, one of the characters, one of the Men in Black, and if you're not familiar with it, he's a guy that helps keep the planet safe from extraterrestrials. So they monitor all the extraterrestrials. It's a science fiction kind of comedy action show, but he's recruiting Will Smith, the other character who is playing a New York cop, who is getting interviewed for a job as one of these guys that protects the Earth from the extraterrestrials, and Will Smith was saying that people should everybody should know about these extraterrestrials and that we're doing this stuff to protect them. Why do we have to keep it all hush hush and secret and all that kind of thing? And Will Smith did or Tommy Lee Jones had a great little bit that he talked about where he said that people don't want to know, and it keeps them safe and in their lives. And he had this speech where he said, many years ago, people thought the Earth was the center of the universe. That's what they thought is true. And then so many years ago, another 500 years ago or whatever, people thought the Earth was flat. And then he said up until 15 minutes ago, he's talking to Will Smith's character. Up until 15 minutes ago, you thought that there was nobody else in the universe except these humans, and now that there's all these extraterrestrials, and so once somebody learns something like that, they can't go back, right? They can't have a different belief now if they've seen something, and of course I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you guys have too, where you think the world's a certain way, and then you see something and you start to realize, oh my goodness, it's not like that at all. It's kind of like the black swan thing, the idea that there's no such thing as a black swan. And that's absolutely true until you see your first black swan. And if you see one black swan, then it's never been true, and your belief is completely changed forever. And you can't go back to thinking, oh, there's no black swans. So there's lots of stuff like that happens to us, right? Where you have a certain belief. So today for this Matrix Energetic session, I'm going to set up a space where any of the beliefs that are useful for you to let go of, you can choose to let go of. And any of the beliefs that you feel could be really useful for you to install or have for yourself could be really useful, because you have a journey you're on, right? My teacher, my medical intuitive teacher, Sharon G. Mateo, singled me out in class once. And it was when I was still dealing with lots of anxiety. So to be singled out, I was like, oh God, why is she saying my name? But she told her entire class, she says, when Ralph gets to where we are now, she was talking about herself, we're not going to be here because we're going to be farther down the road. And so, of course, it's kind of like that for all of us, right? Like we're on these journeys, and we think we want to get to a certain thing. But of course, it's not going to be the end result, until we die, and then we're probably on another journey. But so it's like about the journey and being on your own journey, your own, like Sharon, our teacher, would say, getting on your own surfboard, on your own wave to take your own wave. And it's kind of like that. So what journey are you on, and what journey would you like to be on, and what do you really want? And in that movie, Men in Black, it was really cool because in the middle of the movie, spoiler alert, if you want to watch the movie without knowing about it, spoiler alert. But Tommy Lee Jones, he's panning to a picture of, he's got a satellite feed of his wife that he had left, because he had to leave all of his past in order to do this job that he was doing. But he could check in on her with a satellite, and it showed her. And Will Smith was like, "Oh, this is starting to make a little more sense now." And at the end, he makes a choice and goes back with her. So that's the spoiler alert thing. But so he was here on his journey to save the world, right, from the extraterrestrials and all that kind of thing. And but what his real journey, what he really was going for, the real transformation was to get be back with his wife. So it's a really cool movie. And so for you right now, you're in a matrix energetic session. Even with me talking and talking and talking, you could be different even from this session. So you might want to notice how life is different after watching this, even today, whether you're watching it live or later. I was going to put this on Facebook Live, but it wasn't loading up, so it's on YouTube Live, and it'll be on Facebook a different way. But if you're on your journey now, what's the real journey you're on? What is it that you really want? And what beliefs might be useful to let go of? And if there were new beliefs that were to come in that would completely change your view on what's possible, what might they be? All right. Now, when you shift and you let go of beliefs, you might feel something right now. You might be having an experience right now where your world feels different or your body feels different. You can go inside your body and notice what's happening right now in your body. Yeah, and you can notice what's different in your world later today, and also the opportunities that are showing up. And what I've noticed is there's still stuff to do, like you might still need to do actual stuff in the physical universe. It might not show up just like the lotto shows up and you have a whole bunch of money in an instant. It might show up as something where you get to do something in a different way, or you bring your talents to the world in a different way, or some ideas of how to bring all parts, pieces, people, skills, talents, ideas magically to you for you to do the work and become the person that can do this. You might have stuff to do, right? But if you were to change your beliefs in such a way that you can't go back, because now you have a new way of looking at things, what might you notice right now as you go on your journey? I love to hear what people notice. I love to hear what's different, even after watching this video. So message me. Let me know what's different for you simply from watching this video. As you walk around, as you see how the world feels and looks, come back and leave a comment. Let me know. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, leave a comment. Or message me somehow and let me know what's different. And if you want to be part of our tribe, our world, then there'll be links to do that. And I've got a bunch of cool ways that I've found to clear beliefs and to clear patterns in myself. And you can have access to that. So there'll be links up here or down in the description, wherever you're getting this in the podcast. And join us. All right. So have a great day. For a lot of us, this is the first day back to work after the holidays. So welcome back. And you can go to ralphhavens.com/enlighten up for more of this sort of thing. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. All right. Bye now.